Hello students, new video time, and today's topic is going to be about pollination. Pollinating. This is our idea today about how we making new plant babies. Yay, how plants make babies so lovely, but we don't call them babies. Plant seeds. Seeds, of course, are what plants have that will then grow and make a brand new plant. Hopefully that plant will make more seeds and the process will start over and over and over again with lots more seeds. Now, pollination works because every plant is going to have a boy part and a girl part. The boy part in English is called the stamen, and the girl part is called I think it's called a stigma. It's definitely 6 letters. Stigma, yes. And the stamen, taking my Swedish book here, we have the ståndare. Ståndare with the O. And we have the pistil. I should know this word, shouldn't I? Pistil for the word in Swedish for the stigma. If I draw a flower up here, so looks good, and the inside of a beautiful flower, this is not a beautiful flower, but you know, somebody else can do it, I'm sure. You usually find that your stigma is going to be here in the middle, a place here for all of the pollen to actually fall on. And you have the boy parts around the outside here, which are called the stamen, around the outside, and the pollen is on the end here. The pollen is on the end like so. Now, you could take the pollen yourself and put it on the stigma. And humans do this. Humans will basically get the plant to make a baby with itself. Sorry, a seed with itself. But it's better for so many different reasons we'll do later in school for different plants to make seeds, remember it's seeds, with different plants rather than do it with yourself. Much better to get different plants to reproduce, make new seeds with other different plants. So, we have the stigma and the stamen. There's 2 different ways that this happens. We have one way, and of course you've seen this, these plants need help, and they need help with insects. Because what do insects do? Insects will go from one plant, and then go to another plant, and then go to another plant. They go from one place to the next place to the next place. So some of these plants were really, really clever. And what they did is they made their stamen really long here. And they made their bottoms have a really sweet liquid called nectar. Oh my goodness, the nectar is so sweet, so tasty. And if you're a bumblebee, it is irresistible. So the bees look for the flowers and they have to find them. So the flowers have to be colourful. They have to smell great. So the bees go, there is the sweet, juicy nectar. And they go over and they dig into the very bottom, digging in to get that nectar. But when they get the nectar, maybe on their little bum, some of the pollen will rub onto them. And then that pollen will go to the next plant. More sweet, tasty nectar. Oh. The bee is so happy. The bee is so happy, but maybe some of that pollen goes, as the bee comes in here, maybe some pollen goes on the stigma. Pollen comes from a new plant onto the stigma. Perfect chance for reproduction to happen. This is one way pollination works. You also have another way for different plants who don't use insects. And they use the wind. The idea that the wind can do it, because the wind can blow really fast. So the wind can take one plant and go and blow all of those bits of pollen, and maybe they go to another plant. Now, most of the time, they miss. They don't fall in the right place. Some pollen goes here, some pollen goes there, some pollen goes here, some pollen goes here. Problems. So, these plants here need to make lots of pollen. And also their pollen is very loose and far away. Their stamen is going to be really long, so it can catch as much wind as possible and blow away with the wind. So you've got the other thing here. Also, these plants here, these wind ones, they pollinate earlier in the year. They do it about this time now, in spring, because these plants need more time, because maybe they miss. They usually miss. So they need more time to try and find the right place. Any grass, any wheat, anything that does not flower is going to pollinate with the wind. Anything that does have flowers probably is using insects, especially if those flowers are bright, beautiful, or really gorgeously smelling and has that sweet nectar inside. Wind pollination has one more problem. And that problem is all of this extra pollen in the air can make some people be allergic. They have an allergy to it. It can make their eyes and their nose really red and really sore. You can take medicine to stop that. How that medicine kind of works is that it stops the chemical that your body goes, there's pollen in me, I'm getting it out, it's so bad. It's not so bad. Your body's fine with pollen. But your body, if you have an allergy, it overreacts. It's like, I can't get rid of that. And when your body does that feeling, it makes a special chemical called a histamine, which makes it swell, get red and stuff. So the tablets you have usually are antihistamines. They're tablets that stop you making the chemical that makes you get all red and sore. Which is what you want. Your body was going crazy, so stop your body going crazy. That's how that tablet works. I think that's enough for now. See you all in class. Take care.